education. But believe you me, AI is now paving its way to all age groups, to all sphere of our lives. So there is a lot that can happen with AI in early childhood care and education. And today's session is all about that. So we will see how caregivers, how parents, how teachers and companions can actually use some of the beautiful tools of AI to make a difference in early childhood care and education. So I'll take you through some slides and then we will see some of the live tools also, which we can use to make a difference. So on the left side of the screen, you see one robot hand and a human hand. So we know that now AI is, humans are joining hands with AI to let AI perform some of the tasks which can be done with equal efficiency by the artificial intelligence, and we can use human intelligence to do more creative stuff. So there was a time when the thought was that AI should be used to do only mundane jobs, and the intervention of AI started with robots coming to clean house, to assemble parts in the manufacturing industries or so. But now AI is a lot more. The scope has gone to the extent that AI is now taking decisions like human beings. To the right of the screen, if you see, there is a parallel drawn between the human and the AI robot. So we are, as humans, are gifted by certain senses by Almighty. So we have sense to smell, taste, hear, touch, and feel. So all of those senses are now also with AI with the help of artificial sensors. For example, a touch sensor can make an AI to feel, to touch like human beings. So my laptop or my phone opens with my thumb impression. Similarly, AI can also see like us. So when AI, my computer sees me, then only it opens. So all the human capabilities are now going into AI. So before we talk about AI for early childhood, so I just wanted to give you a glimpse that what is actually an AI. So AI is all about the digital devices and the computers which have powers like human beings, like power to see, which is called computer vision, power to understand and analyze natural languages like human beings, so that is NLP. And as we humans take decisions basis our brain and human intelligence, AI take decisions basis data. So any machine which is capable of taking decisions, which is capable of understanding human languages, which is capable of seeing or perceiving images like humans, means it has the power of computer vision. That means it is a AI powered machine. Now coming to the point, what contributions AI can make in early childhood. So when we talk about early childhood, the image of that Panchakosh Vikas comes into our mind. So when we keep the child in the center, our entire focus is on child's language development, child's numeracy skills development, his spiritual development, physical development, socio-emotional development, development of cognitive skills. So when we see the contribution of AI, we can actually use AI in the development of each and every domain. But since we have a limited time today, so I'm going to keep my focus on giving you some examples where you would see that how AI can help with language development, socio-emotional development, numeracy skill, and art integration. So moving ahead, we will see some of the use cases for young learners. So I'll just show you some of the tools where you see first tool is Google Read Along. So it's a free to use tool, and those of you who are watching me and want to try live, you can also, try with me. So
Hello,
this is a
my name is Dia.
AI
I help the
powered
children
tool
learn to read.
wherein you
Tap the
can
language you
actually
want your children
read
to learn
to
to
an
read.
AI. So for example, we want our children to help them improve their reading skills. So what we
ठीक
can
है,
do is
आपके बच्चे हिंदी और इंग्लिश में पढ़ेंगे। आगे बढ़ने के लिए हरा बटन दबाएं।
we can actually select a
जब आपके बच्चे
language.
कहानी जोर से पढ़ते हैं तब मैं उनको सुनती हूँ और आवश्यकता होने पर उनकी मदद करती हूँ।
So here we have a chatbot which is helping the child to read to an AI. So, read along tool by Google allows children to read in their mother tongue, in Hindi, English. There are plenty of languages on the first screen. So the child doesn't need somebody to sit aside. Now parents are working, everybody is so busy these days. So if there is a mentor at home, maybe grandparents, and they can just be guided to help the child to open this platform. This particular platform has level wise reading material.
बच्चे सैकड़ों स्तरीय कहानियों में से चुन सकते हैं। बच्चे कहानियां पढ़कर सितारे यह पूरी तरह से पढ़ी समझने।
So once the parent understands and agree to the terms and conditions,
देखो तुम्हारा नया प्रोफाइल।
so the child is, they can make a profile for the child. The profile at present has 0 points, but once the child will start reading, so it is as per level. So here it says level 1. So I can start reading. I could choose Hindi library or English library to select the book from.
चलो पढ़ते हैं।
Since I
What are
selected
these for?
Hindi and English both, now I have to give permission to my microphone and read to an AI. I'll just do one sample reading for you. Bang. Splat. What is that?
अरे वाह, तुमने तो बहुत अच्छा पढ़ा।
Now, as I finished, I have got 11 points. A big mess. Who did this?
अरे वाह, तुमने तो बहुत तेज पढ़ा।
Now, let me make a mistake. Mama, go and see Kitty cat is on a Shopee. So whatever words I read wrong, they are being underlined.
जोर से पढ़ो। Spree.
Spree.
बढ़िया, अब इस शब्द को मेरे साथ पढ़ो। Come.
Come.
शाबाश, तुमने सही पढ़ा।
Now, did you notice? So I'm leaving it to the viewers to try this particular tool. So this particular tool, Read Along, is a AI powered reading tool, and the child can actually read to an AI, and AI will ask the child to repeat the mispronounced words and will help child to take his reading to the next level. Plus, the platform also have gamification concepts. So the more the child read, he would get some points, some batches in his account, and he'll be excited to go to the next level. Now, moving ahead, another tool is Symmetrics. So if you see Symmetrics is a tool to develop vocabulary. So young learners, as young as children in class 1, can try this. So if you go to this particular tool, this has 2 games. So one is Play Arcade, Play Block. So I'll just give you a demo of this. Now, this is a very beautiful game. It says, try something related to one of the words below. Your clue can be seen as long as you like. So I have to try something. For example, I see here pasta. Or maybe here I have shoe, so I can write polish. So any one word I am typing here, which is related to any of the words above. Now, with the power of AI, it will figure out the word with which the word that I have written is related to. So polish, it has associated with horse. And then let's see, the block is removed and turned into points. So I get some points. So maybe this term, now it's paper. So let me try with, exam. Now exam can be related to paper and can be related to teacher also. So let me see what AI picks up. It picks up teacher. So this is a wonderful game. Again, I am leaving it up to you to try later on. So this was first kind of, symmetric game. There are 2 of these games. Another one is Play Arcade. So if I click on Play Arcade, here it says that type the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of farm. So for example, I think of farm, the first thing that comes to my mind is farmer. Some children could write, okay, I can't try with the word farm, so I would write animals. So it says try something else. So in the farm, we would have grass. Now it gave me a correct point. So it says you were able to bring your target word below the line. This is again a machine learning powered game. Now it has given me another word. So I have to type something so that game can be removed. For example, I write points. Every game gives us some points. So this is again a AI powered game to develop the vocabulary. So I'll close this example and come back to the presentation. So this is about some of the games which help child to play with AI, to engage in an interactive manner. This is another interesting one. For example, if the child has just started to read, and he's able to read the words using sight words, for example in English, cat, dog, apple. So he doesn't know the spelling, but he's able to read through the sight words. Now what teachers and caregivers can do, they can take the child to a site like this is speech notes. So the child can select the language. So this is the language here, and you can select English, Hindi, whatever local languages. Even if it is Hindi, I can select Hindi also. Now, since my mic is being used here on Zoom, so I can't use it on the two platforms. So while if you are giving dictation, so what you could do is, for example, click on the mic to start dictation. But why my button?
Hi, nice to meet you. Use me to proofread your writing.
So
Sure,
my
go ahead. Write some text and position it.
So what I will do is, it says click on the mic to start dictation, but since my mic is used on Zoom, so it is not visible because I can't use the same device on two platform. But the viewers, those who are watching, there will be a mic sign. If you click on this mic sign here, and so I just hope you are able to see this particular screen which I am showing. So if you click here, on this particular screen, it says click the mic to start, and then you can start dictating. So for example, I'll show you this with other example. So like if you would have noticed in the Microsoft Word, there is a dictate button. So if you tell the child to open that particular button and just click on it and start to speak whatever child wants to start to speak. So for example, if I'm saying fal, null, so it will start typing, and the child will be able to relate that when I say fal, to wo kaisa dikhta hai and how it gets typed. Same way the child can type in English also. So I'm not able to demonstrate it to you right away, but I'm sure if there is somebody who is trying on the system, you can do that. Since my mic is occupied on another platform, here it's not appearing. But if anyone wants to try, it's very, very easy to try. So when you use a speech to text kind of option, children actually, while whatever they speak, when it comes in big font on the screen, so they are able to relate that, this is how the spelling of this word would come, or this is how it has to be written. So this is very, very useful when it comes to developing the vocabulary of the child, not only in terms of speaking, but also in terms of writing skills. Now, moving ahead after these particular tools, if you see this, another example on my screen is, this is the example of an AI powered Hindi reading. So if, for example, the child is reading to an AI, as you can see here on my screen, this is the reading progress software, which is a Microsoft software. So you can search on the net reading coach. It is available in Microsoft Teams also. Herein, the teachers can go and set an assignment, which can be age wise. You can select, for example, as you can see in the screen, it is class 2 Hindi reading progress. So the teacher has set up an passage which is for class 2 Hindi. Now the software gives an option for AI to generate passage also and set it as an assignment. And teacher can also upload his or her own PDF. So the child would read that particular PDF, and at the end of the reading, the AI would give the mispronounced words counting and will force the child to reread or repeat after it until the pronunciation of the child is correct. Same way, you see another example in English language. The child is reading to an AI, and the passage given here was in English, and the reading rate is at 98%. And you can see there is one mispronounced words. So such AI powered reading programs can help us develop the language skills among the children as far as reading is concerned. And as I said, you have a dictate feature where the child will dictate. So when it comes to speaking, so that those kind of tools will cater to speaking skills. Similarly, we can also use AI for listening skills. So how the teachers can use listening skills, I'll give you two examples. So I think I've shared the screen, only the PPT window, and while I'm giving demo, that's not visible. So I'll share it once again, the entire desktop. And now I think you'll be able to see the presentation also, right? So this is experiment with Google imaginary soundscape. So this is an AI powered experiment by Google. When I click it launch, now what am I supposed to do? Suppose I'm an early childhood teacher and I'm doing modes of transport with my students. So what I'll do is before the class, I'll figure out certain images. For example, I want to show them a busy, railway platform. So I'm writing busy railway platform here on Google, and I'm finding out, so it shows me the image of New Delhi railway station. So I'll go to images and I'll figure out this image where I have so many trains. So what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll copy the image link. I need not to even download the image. Now I go to imaginary soundscape and I'll say upload an image, and here I'll paste the URL of the image that I have just copied from there, from the portal, from Google Images. Now see, if you could hear the sound, there was no sound in the image when I selected. Now what AI is doing here, bases the image, AI is giving the sound also. Now let me show you another example. So I'll close this one. Now how teachers can use it. If, for example, you are teaching them modes of transport, you have figured out you're not getting videos and all, so but you are getting pictures. So for example, you want to write a busy airport. Now you want to show them the sound of a flight and all, and you want them to have that feel. So for example, I write like this, and now these are the images of the airport. So I'll see a clear image. Let's say this image will tell AI that it is at the airport. So I would right click and I will say copy image link. I'll come back to imaginary soundscape and I will paste the link of that particular image here, and I'll submit the link and I'll say submit. So I'll see now that the AI would now here, all the sounds that are coming, that is related to the airport. So this particular website, for example, here, if you see, there are some built-in images also. So if you pick up any images, if you go to collections, for example, you want to tell them about how are the sounds in a forest area or in a marketplace. So if the moment the image is changed, you would see the sound would automatically be changed. For example, let me just show you one more example here. So if you go to the ready-made images, for example, this is yeah, so the moment you click here, you would see the sound of water. So you can, use this particular AI powered platform where you can give children the feel of the sounds related to different images. Or what you could do is you could play the sound and ask the children to guess which particular modes of transport are we talking about. So these kind of interventions can be done by the educators. Like this is a mall area or something, so AI is selected sound related to that. Now coming back to the presentation, I was telling that if what if you have to use create listening skill assignments. Now how the teacher can create listening skills assignment, I'll show you another example. So if, for example, you are using if you try using chat gpt, so then in that particular case you could go to chat gpt and ask ChatGPT to give you a short story. Now you want your children to listen to that story. So instead of you just, because your children cannot read that particular story, it has to be through an audio. So first of all, we can use chat, teachers or parents can use ChatGPT to find out the short stories on a particular theme, or maybe you have ready-made stories available online, and then you go to a portal like this where you can convert. So if you write on Google, this is one of the portal. And similarly, if you write free text to audio platform, you will find plenty of those where you could post text and AI will, give you audio for that particular text. So you can use that power for the child to listen to the stories. Another simplest example that we use to enhance their listening skill is, hey Alexa, can you tell me a bedtime story? So there also AI can be used to enhance listening skills of the children. I would say that, use any digital assistant. For example, use Siri, use Alexa, or use Cortanas. Even you can try Google Assistant if it is on an Android phone, and ask the child to give instruction to the AI that, can you tell me a short story in Hindi, or tell me a bedtime story? This will not only enhance their vocabulary. In such kind of interventions, there is no screen time. The children are just listening to the story through an AI. And nowadays, the AI allows you to set the accent and the voice also. So in most of the AIs, we can set the voice. For example, let me just show you one example. So let's say I'm writing story of rabbit, and here, so I'll take one example. I'll open the story on my screen. So I'll see the text where I find the story. So it is here on this particular website. So once I've opened this particular website, all the websites now, if you open this particular text with Edge browser, you have the option of read aloud. So most of the browser here on this particular browser, which I have opened, since it is on Mac, I'm not able to see, but the moment you open it on Edge browser, you would find there is a button called read aloud. So you can use AI to read aloud this particular story for you. So that is also one way where you can ask the AI powered browsers to use the read aloud option. So as I said, Alexa can also be used for enhancing the listening skills. Now there are some more examples where we can give wings to the imagination of children using AI. I'll show you one or two of these. Imaginary soundscape I just showed. This is this platform called Auto Draw. So Auto Draw can be used by as young learners as 2.5 to 3. So when children come to this platform and they want to try something, now since their fine motors are not so well developed and they are not able to draw certain things so well, but they have the imagination power. Now this particular platform gives them a magical pencil, which is like Auto Draw here. So when they start to draw, now suppose they have to draw a flower, so they just do this and they are not sure how to draw the flower. Then AI bases their strokes, tries to guess what they are trying to draw. For example, the AI has predicted that child might be trying to draw a flower, might be trying to draw this. So the moment they do little bit of, for example, you tell them to draw a mouse or a duck. So the moment they will do little bit of this drawing, so they will be able to get this particular kind of figure where they will uh, where they will be able to uh, draw this particular figure. And so then this particular tool has ready-made option. Basis these strokes, the figures will come up. The child can select any one of the figure and then can draw beautiful images. So this is to enhance their drawing skills. So there are these are many such tools. I'm just randomly opening one or two, but the viewers can take screenshot and the recording will be available on the channel. So you can check the name of the tools. Very easy to explore. For example, you want the children to be aware of different kind of birds and their sounds. So these are all AI powered platforms. You can type the bird that you are exploring. It will tell you more about that species. So there are many examples that are being given here. Now see this one more interesting. This is for developing musical sense. Now the child can learn to create music with AI. You can ask the child to co-create beats, and when they use this shuffle, so the instruments will change. They can change the position. They can change the instruments. So this is they can co-create music with AI. So these kind of platforms are very interesting to engage students using the power of AI. So this is another example where early childhood care educators can actually develop the sense of music among the children and sense of art, drawing, and work on their cognitive skills and all. Now, this is a video where I'll just show in tits and bits some part. The idea here is it's showing the power of digital assistants that teacher and parents can use to engage students. So I'll tell you basically what this particular video is talking about. So the lady says that, she has seen many, as a parent, many advantages of AI making difference in productively engaging students. For example, the first example that she has shown here is, she can say that, hey Alexa, I'm in a mood to do yoga today, can you tell me 5 simple exercises, help me with breathing exercises. So the moment you do this in front of the children, and then next day ask child, do exercise with Alexa or with your personal digital assistant, the child would also start doing. And Alexa will give simple instruction like, sit in a straight posture, take a deep breath, take your left hand up. So the children will really enjoy it. Another example what she gave here is, like, I tell, hey Alexa, can you count from 50 to 1, reverse counting, and let's see whether you finish first or my son finishes his milk first. So then while she's busy working in the kitchen, the AI is doing the counting for the child, and the child is in a gamified manner is finishing the task in hand in a very easy manner. And then she talked about these bedtime stories, and she also talked about, bringing awareness about journal things. For example, you ask, Alexa, what is one important news of the day? What is the question of the day that you would like to ask me? How is the weather in Delhi? So gives these kind of simple instruction to the AI in front of the child. And then once child will do similar interventions with the AI, it will be, able to replicate all those
schedule of your kids.
like as she said
Fun
about
programs,
physical yoga.
TV
Another
or
example she is showing here is about giving example of, as I said, that reverse
So you
counting.
can ask Alexa to play such sounds. You can tell Alexa play sleeping sounds. Then there are lots of options. There's a beautiful sound of ocean or beach in which you can hear waves of the sea. Also, there is a rainforest sound in which you can hear crickets chirp.
So these were some of the examples. Last example was beautiful. I would like to
Own or feed on their own. I've made a video on that. I'll put its link here and it will be in the description box below also. So I ask Alexa to back count from like 50 to 1, and I'll ask Vedansh, see, you have to finish the milk before Alexa finishes back count.
So I gave you this example. So these are in a nutshell example of benefits of AI in early education. That's personalized learning, improved student engagement, and increased efficiency. So I would like to, before concluding today's session, tell that all the parents, when you give, and the caregivers devices in the hand of children, make sure if you are using the same device, then please use it in incognito mode, because AI tracks digital footprint. So if you are watching some content which you don't want your children to watch, then what happens if the child uses same kind of device? AI gives recommendation or advertisement in between basis the searches which are done on that device. So if you and your device child shares the device, please ensure that you search in incognito mode, so that your search history is not saved, AI is not able to learn from your search patterns, and then give your child the device. Second thing is, uh, train, you first yourself go through 50 simple write on Google like 50 simple instructions that I can give to Alexa to teach something to my younger one. So you'll get a lot of 10 top 10 ticks, top 50 instructions. So you can, start using. I'm not promoting Alexa. You can use any AI. You could say, hey Siri, if you have an Apple phone. You can say, hey Google, if you have an Android phone. So first use those simple instructions yourself, and then children are likely to copy. Now, since these children are digital natives and we cannot actually, stop them or keep them away from devices, here the whole effort is to convert the unproductive screen time to productive screen time. And the more we involve them into activity where there is more of listening, more of copying rather than just passive watching, I would recommend that. So thank you so very much, all the audiences, those who have joined us globally and from wherever you are joining us. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope there were certain takeaways which you had from this particular session. Since the session would be available online later on our channel, you can flip through the tools the names that I showed. They are very easy to try tools, and you can take them back to your children in your classroom, as a parent, to your homes. Thank you so very much for watching us and joining us today for this session.